All right, I have a follow-up on a story I told about one of my tutoring clients. He had recovered from COVID-19 and lost his good sense of taste. This is a 16, 17-year-old boy. And I suggested to him that he could try an intermittent fast. I mean, there's no harm in it. It doesn't sound like he has any issues that would contraindicate going on a 24 or even a 48-hour fast. He had a hard time initially trying to do it because I think he was a little bit closed-minded. I know he wasn't craving food. He even told me that, what am I supposed to do when I get up in the morning? And I said, how about do some more studying for your SAT? And he kind of entertained that idea. Now, earlier this week, he did indeed try. He told me it was about 36 hours, but he had cheated a couple of times by small amounts in between. So I don't know how I should count that. But he did regain some of his taste back. But later that afternoon, when his mom came to pick him up, his mom explained that she was a little bit upset. She didn't say she was upset, but she said, you know, his grandmother had visited and all he wanted to do was to fast. And I said, I'm glad he got his taste back, and I left it at that. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you want your son to be well, right? If the result is he gets his taste back, so what if he missed out? I'm sure he was entertaining in a lot of other ways besides with food, right? And it gets to the idea of, why do we try to live other people's lives for them, right? Even if it's your son, even if it's somebody else. I just never understood that. See, there are two reasons I can't tell people what I'm going through right now with the NoFap. Today is day 24 of NoFap. First of all, it's inappropriate with just because of the social ideology with a lot of the people I work with. I obviously can't tell the kids at the tutoring center. But second of all, a lot of people, even if it were appropriate to tell them, like I tell my dad, I tell a close friend of mine. I also told one of my ex-girlfriends, we're on the wavelength that we can kind of talk about this. And all of these people think that I'm missing out on something, right? If I really were missing out on something, I don't think I could do it for 24 days, right? A few months ago, I was trying to do a hunger strike because I couldn't get my work to accept me for who I was. I wanted to get my family to accept me for solo sexuality. There's no way I could starve myself for 24 days, right? I ended up losing about 15 pounds, and then I gained it back. But the point is, most people know how to be happy for themselves. Stop living other people's lives for them, right? So I wanted to scream at his mom when she was saying that, but I said, well, I'm glad he gained his taste back. In the back of my mind, my tone was, well, don't you want him to gain his sense of taste back, right? Is that less important than the one time he sees grandmother when he's fasting? I'm sure there are a lot of barriers to seeing grandmother as it is already, right, with all the precautions. That's what I'm thinking in the back of my head. And I kind of projected that image as I said, aren't you glad he got his sense of taste back, right? Anyway, I think most people know how to live their lives.